Hello. Today I will tell you about the last feature that we use to describe consonants. We already talked about voicing and place of articulation, and today we will talk about manner of articulation. So place of articulation is about where the sound is produced. We talk about the active articulators, the ones that move, and we talk about the passive articulators, which don't move. And so for any sound, we can describe the active articulator that is moving towards the passive articulator. And so where this movement is happening, where the constriction is happening, is our place of articulation. But I also told you that there are sounds which have the same place of articulation. And if you remember, we call those homorganic sounds. Those are sounds that have the same active and passive articulator. For example, m and b. In both these sounds, the active articulators are lips. So how are they different? And the difference between them is in manner of articulation. So we can describe sounds by talking about where they are produced, but we can also describe them by talking about how they are produced. And when we talk about manner of articulation, what we basically mean is the degree of constriction that we create between the active and passive articulator. So how wide or how narrow is the gap between the active and the passive articulator, because that will change how the sound is when the air passes through that constriction. And there are three main types of constriction degree. And the first one of those is stops. So with stops, what it means is that the air is completely stopped. So the active articulator touches the passive articulator so that the air for a little bit cannot come out. Then the next level is fricatives. And that means that the active and the passive articulator are very close, but not touching. So there is this very, very narrow gap through which the air moves. And finally, we have approximants where there is quite a lot of space. And if you think about vowels, you will notice that they are the final level where the active and the passive articulators are completely far apart. So in the other three videos, I will tell you more about these three different main types of constriction.